Hey guys, this is Tolty and welcome to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas Part 18. So I've got to do a bit of backtracking here. There's a couple things I missed in the last part. There's a blue star cap in the mine that I just did in the last part near the end. And then over in the sniper's nest there is another blue star cap as well as a hunting shotgun that I forgot. I basically read hunting and then I kind of just assumed it was a hunting rifle and left it behind. That's over in the nuclear shack. And the other thing is hotkeys. People have been mentioning hotkeys for a while. Turns out you can hotkey stuff just like in Fallout 3. For some reason, because they said 2 was to swap ammo, I figured that they just took out the hotkey system, but all they did was make it so there's no 2 key for the hotkeys. So I can be hotkeying stuff like Rat Slayer to 1, maybe putting the shotgun at 3, Cowboy Repeater here, frag grenades at 5, that gun at 6, service rifle at 7, and we'll see how that works out. I'm probably not going to remember all of those, so I may end up just going into my inventory to find it, but at least that's an option, so now I can switch a little easier. Yeah, 1 and 3, these should be like close combat, long range combat. Those should be the ones I mostly use, but occasionally I'll need something like, not that one, or that one. Yeah, see, this is the problem, is I can't really see where the keys are because my mic's kind of in front of that section. Okay, so, yeah, I gotta backtrack for a couple things. In the meantime, I should be able to just go this... Wait, where did he come from? I didn't think he was there when I, saved last time. Where's my partners? Okay, there's, Boone. Okay, there's Eddie, okay. So let's head over to this mine. While I'm collecting things, I'm gonna be doing a bit of a rant here, though. So I've been dreading doing this rant because I don't want it to come off sounding like I'm upset or anything. I just want to kind of make a point, which I don't think has really been heard, which is sort of this: I use guns, not energy weapons. Period. End of story. So it's in the last part, part 17. I think around part 17C, there was a lot of people that sort of was like, why did you sell the Tesla cannon? That's a one-of-a-kind, super rare item, and there's only like the one weapon, so you should have really kept it because it's a really awesome weapon. And to which I'm sort of like, well, I can see that, like, it's one of a kind and stuff, but honestly, I don't use energy weapons. I don't want them, and I just want to focus on guns. To which some people, I sort of replied that, and people were like, well, why don't you just use both? There's no reason why I can't use it, even though my energy skill is kind of low. And the only thing I can really say to that is I sort of see this almost like a role-playing, in some ways, is that I'm sort of playing the character of the Courier of the Wasteland, and I'm sort of role-playing that he is very much into guns and doesn't like energy weapons. When he sees energy weapons, he sees that as caps that he can use to get better guns, get more ammo, maybe even food and water. Like it's a source of getting more resources and supplies rather than an actual weapon that he can use. And so I that might sound a little weird, but that's sort of what I'm thinking. I understand. I get the point that probably using one of every type of weapon would probably be not a horrible thing, especially one that's really good like that Tesla cannon. But to me, it's just like, well, I don't really care. I want to do this a certain way, and that's my play style. So I'm not going to just start using energy weapons now. I've mainly been using guns with a slight amount of explosives, and I've sort of got to the point now where guns is high enough that I'm going to start putting spare points into explosives. And it's just like, I understand that might be better, but it's just not what I want to do. It's not the play style I want to play. I want to very much focus on guns and not worry about anything else. So maybe keep some explosives, keep some guns, and then for melee weapons and energy weapons, I just see them as a source of caps. Is really the truth of the matter, and that's just my choice, because I don't think the game designers would design the game in such a way that certain areas you have to have energy weapons. I think you can always get through everything with just using oh, there it is, star cap. So I think I should be able to get through everything just using guns and a little bit of explosives. They might be more difficult. I understand that. Like if I had an energy weapon, it would probably be a lot easier in some sections. but it's not going to be impossible. I'll always be able to get through. It may take a couple tries, but I'll like basically cut out the multiple tries so you guys only see the success if I end up having to do it like 10 times or something. But I'm fine with that. Like, for me, doing it 10 times, I have no problem. That's fun. I just sort of pushing through, and you know, I just have a character in mind, and I really like the idea of just playing that type of character. Where's that? Okay, hunting shotgun. Apparently this is better than the other one I had. So it's just, what it really boils down to is I'm going to be using guns, not energy weapons, period, end of story. And then there's one other thing I need to mention, which is the fact that there's a lot of people that give basically a lot of tips, like use a hunting shotgun or not a hunting rifle with scope and it'll be better than the rat slayer. To which those I'm fine with. Those are good tips. I don't see any issue with. What I do take issue with is stuff like, when you get to about 90% of the way through the game, there's going to be a part, and you're going to have to do this, and then you'll be able to pull it off better than if you didn't do it the way I'm telling you. And it's just like, well, couldn't you wait until I at least get closer to that point rather than saying something like that? Like, it's just like giving everything away. And a prime example of that is I've been told that over at the sniper's nest, the one very hard to lock locker has one of the best sniper rifles in the game. And sort of like, well, I did say I was eventually going to lockpick it, and lockpicking is one of my primary skills that I'm leveling up, and I'm aware it's there, so why tell me what's in it? Why not just let me figure that out on my own? And sort of like that sort of stuff kind of annoys me a little bit. I mean, I appreciate advice, but there's stuff like giving away large portions of the story. It's just like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just let me figure that out on my own? Or at least like when I'm 1 or 2 parts away, maybe give some tips. It's just like, and I don't know, it's just, it spoils a lot of the game for me. And then it's the same stuff like giving, like the tips about Boone and Eddie. I got those and I was like, okay, I got the tips about Eddie was after the part where I missed him. Okay, fine, that's okay. I think that's not a big deal because I've already sort of been through there and missed it. So revealing that there was something there that I should go back for, okay, I'll be okay with that, I suppose. The problem is that there is points where I'm probably gonna pass stuff, and I'm fine with passing some stuff. I'm of the type of playstyle where I like to explore everything, which you guys should have noticed by now based on how I've explored and found every location I can. But I don't necessarily care about exploring each area fully. Like, I want to find every area on the map, but I don't necessarily care about finding everything that area has to offer. Because there's a certain level of exploration. There's like, going to every single hollow arrow I find, that's an accomplishment. Finding everything at that hollow arrow, depending on the size of the location, might be a little bit more work. And I may not have the willpower, I guess we'll say, to get through it. So it's sort of like, if I miss something, okay, it's depending on the situation, fine. I'm not gonna, I guess if I miss something, then I'm gonna say it's okay to comment it. But to say stuff about, like, I got messages about Boone way back when I was like still just leaving Prim, like telling me that, you know, when I get to some area that I haven't heard of yet and that I have no idea about, that I'll get a human companion that, you know, will be really awesome. And it's sort of like, well, I had to go through like all of this in order to actually get to that point. It just, it's, I don't know, it's spoiling a lot. Also, like, telling me exactly where I can get another human companion who's melee based. I know I said I want one, but maybe wait until I'm a little closer to let me know. I don't know, it's just, what do we got here? Radiation. Yeah, it's just, it's kind of annoying to just give away large portions of the story. It kind of feels like, why would I, oh, I already had the suit on. Like, what's the point in playing if you guys can just tell me everything? Ranger Station Echo. How do I get in? I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I know it was a large rant at the beginning of this one while I was backtracking and doing some stuff, but yeah, I felt like it was necessary in some ways, because I don't think people were hearing me when I said this stuff in passing, so I feel like I have to sort of say it longer and more clearly. Oh, there's only radiation on the outside. Okay.
Hey.
Ghoul Ranger. Oh, a named person.
I don't remember getting informed about any new transfers to this post.
Has there been much fighting around here?
Skirmishes, mostly. The Legion raiding parties usually fall back when they know it's us they're up against.
What do you do here?
The Legion's got a major crossing point down at Cottonwood Cove, so we keep an eye on them from up here. You know, if McCarran would send us some more men, we could do more than watch.
Why do you need reinforcements?
The Legion's been sending raiding parties across the river in larger numbers lately. We don't have the men at this post to intercept them all.
How can I help?
Carry on.
Doesn't sound like I can do anything to help, though.
Morning.
And these are just
Got business here.
rangers?
Hello.
Oh, comms officer Green.
Gotta wonder what the hell a civilian is doing here.
What is this place?
Ranger military outpost. We're keeping an eye on the Legion activities south of here at Cottonwood Cove. Nothing going on down there at the moment. Just the usual slave trafficking. Poor bastards.
The NCR is letting the Legion get away with slavery?
Believe me, I would love orders to take Cottonwood Cove apart and kick the Legion back across the river. But the brass at McCarran doesn't want us to waste resources on something they consider a minor target. So we just get to watch.
Does the Legion know you're watching from, does the Legion know you're watching them from here?
Undoubtedly. Rangers are tough nuts to crack, though. And any force small enough to launch a surprise attack isn't going back in one piece. On the other hand, if the Legion goes for a full-scale attack, we'll see them coming, fall back, and wait for reinforcements. So we know what they'll do, and they know what we'll do, so we just sit around and keep an eye on each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still no option to help. Yeah, I just see the three ghouls, the comms officer, and sort of the leader. Maybe if I talk to him again?
You lock? I'm not. You. When I got
He's
this
not gonna say
assignment,
anything
I was
else.
hoping there'd be more gambling.
Huh. Oh. I guess try heading over here maybe, see what's up here. Some enemies. Well, there's a hollow arrow this way, so I guess I could just keep going. Although I do see red, so if I aim this way, there should be something. Oh, there we go. Oh, Legion. Okay. Couldn't tell with all the glowing from Boone's perk. And that looks to be everything down there. Let's head down. I feel like I'm forgetting one other thing I wanted to mention. But it's just not coming to me. Oh, see more guys. Although, seeing as I couldn't see them on the hill... Whoa, assassin. Whoa, that was a good one. 125. Kill enemies with guns. Cool. More combat going on? Okay, no, he was just playing his music, I guess. There's a lot of Legion soldiers over here. Oh, Gecko's in combat with them. Okay, he's taken care of. Oh shoot, I gotta reload. Oh, I haven't quick saved in a while.